Chad here, your Six Sigma Lean coach, and I want to quickly talk about an issue that got brought to me the other day through LinkedIn. Somebody found some of my videos here on YouTube. They reached out to me on LinkedIn and they said, Chad, with AI, artificial intelligence, do you really think that Lean and Six Sigma is something that's going to be viable in the future? Should I go into this field? And I'm assuming this person's right out of, I think this guy was right out of college. In any case, he's going back for a master's or something. So do I think people should still go and pursue the career of Lean and Six Sigma? And my answer to that is, I don't know. I don't want to give somebody that advice, right? I don't feel like that's my forte, and I'm certainly not skilled enough in the area of the future and understanding AI and where that's going to be in the next 10, 50, 100 years. What I will say is I have opinions, right? So I'm going to give you my opinion. I think AI will have an effect. We're already seeing an effect with AI and understanding intelligence, like plant intelligence, artificial intelligence, things like that, that is affecting Six Sigma. So for example, someone can write code, or they can write algorithms, right, was basically code. They can write algorithms and things like that. They can pull data from the machine and tell you if we're trending, if the data's trending in a bad way, right? It can tell you that, hey, we're trending towards a spec limit or a control limit. We need to make some adjustments to the machine. There's certainly enough. We're far enough along in technology that that's happening and can happen, and it's not that everybody can afford that. Like a lot of factories can't afford that, and a lot of factories don't even do it, even though they can afford it, because they don't understand it well enough. And I've seen that with big industries. I'm talking Fortune 500 industries. They're still not using that kind of technology. So in that sense, yes, it's still viable. In the sense of will it be viable in 50 years? I'm less inclined to say yes. It's going into Six Sigma is going to be something you would want to do in the next 50 years. I'm probably going to be around then. Well, I hope I am, but because AI is going that route. Now, Lean is a different story, and I'm not saying don't go into Six Sigma. And I'm not saying that there's not going to be a place for someone that understands that, because it's still you need people to understand at a high level and the core value and not just a high value, a basic level, what Six Sigma is and how that information is derived, and to train people and things like that on how to understand Six Sigma. Because you have machines spitting out the data, but sometimes things happen where the machines aren't working correctly, or you need someone that's going to understand that data. So I think there will always be jobs in that arena, because it's a very specialized skill. Now, Lean, on the other hand, getting back to AI, and do I think people is AI going to take over, right? Certainly AI is going to take over one day, but not in my future, I don't think. But with Lean, I'm less inclined to think AI is going to have an effect as quickly as it has and will on Six Sigma. And the reason I say that is because Lean is based around behaviors. There are processes that need to be put in place, right? But then there's behaviors that have to be shifted. A culture has to be changed. And AI isn't that intelligent right now. Now I understand that like Google and Facebook, they're probably the two biggest boys on the blocks that are absorbing that information, absorbing feelings and behaviors and things like that based off thumbs up and hearts and things like that you're given on those platforms. Believe it or not, they are using that information to sort of create artificial intelligent feelings, right? So that robots, or so that basically so that robots can know what is good and what's bad and the feeling behind that, right? They're collecting that information. Now, I'm not an expert on it, but I have researched it a bit and read some papers on that. So I think it's important to understand that Lean is a behavioral thing. Lean is a cultural shift that has to happen in an organization, and that's something that artificial intelligence is decades and decades away from being able to do, I think. I don't think like a robot's gonna be able to come in and create a culture of continuous improvement, right? They're not gonna come in and create a lean environment. Certainly, you can use tools that will be displayed, or tools that will that AI creates for us that we can make decisions off of. Absolutely, that will happen. But it will still need an expert. It will still need someone, a human, right? That is educated in Lean and Six Sigma to sort of push that agenda and use that information that the AI is providing. So anyway, I hope I haven't confused anyone, but this question it's actually a pretty good question, and it made me think a lot, and I like those questions. I like the questions that make me think, and I wanted to share that with this community. So if you think AI is going to take over in the next 20, 30, 100 years, just put AI in the comment section below, and then tell me how long you think it's going to be before they take over Lean and Six Sigma. So put AI 100, which means 100 years, AI 50 for 50 years, and that kind of thing. And then that's just for fun. If there's questions or other things that you might have, though, go ahead and put those in the comment section below too. Be happy to respond to those as well. Now, this gentleman reached out to me on LinkedIn. That's okay if you want to do that, but I think in the comment section below is the best place to try to reach out to me because I read every one of those comments and I do try to respond to those. So again, I'm Chad, the Six Sigma Lean Coach. Thanks for visiting my YouTube channel, and I'm going to see you in the next video.